We've driven about, I think it's over 4,000 miles now across America, and we're here at Rockport in Massachusetts, which is a lovely, lovely place to be. It's a place which in many ways is in love with itself. This is New England, and this town is New England, and it is trying really hard to be New England. And although you can do a tour of the great 20th century architects of America, the great modernist architects of America, really in many ways this is what America is really in love with. It's the traditional style, the wooden housing, the New England style, the clapboard houses, etc. And it's the same really in every country. The more industrialized a country becomes, the more romantic people become in the architecture they love. And the houses behind me are all pretty. In fact, you can drive around this whole town and you won't find one ugly house. There's a huge social pressure to have a house which is attractive, which is painted in the right colours. There's a very small colour palette here. It's basically the grey, the ochre yellow, the oxide red, the colours which have come straight over from Europe, actually very Scandinavian, Swedish colours. And in fact there's a lot about here is Scandinavian. I could be standing in Bergen in Norway or something when we look at the architecture here. But I think the lesson from a town like this is really that Americans love tradition, and the faster the lives have got in America, and the more industrial and the more urban, at the same time in terms of leisure pursuits, people want to be out here and they want to go back in time, and they want these houses to remind them of a time when they didn't have to rush around and get up at 7 o'clock to go to work and sit in the traffic. And that's really what this represents, and that's why these houses are incredibly expensive. And this is now a very middle class area, whereas of course a century ago this was just a normal, semi-industrial in many ways, fishing port. I'm not going to knock it because I love it really. I would love to live in a land where there weren't ugly houses, where there is no UPVC, and where nobody dares trash their house just to make more money. So at the end of the day I must say there's something very false about New England, because New England is self-consciously beautiful, but you can't knock it really because it is beautiful, and it is something that when you walk around and you see it on a day like this, it feels great to be here.